Okay, here we go. Y'all see the title? Not going to play the whole thing. It's 41 minutes and 28 seconds long. I'm going to play a little bit. You can go watch it on X at Real Alex Jones. At Real Alex Jones. And it's been up about an hour. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road.
The firefighters are reportedly working multiple days with no rest, and they are using women's handbags to put out.
Oh, yeah. Fair use, Alex. Fair use.
Out the fires. The fire hydrants do not work. Newsom still refuses to release the water from the mountain reservoirs. They're just diverting it out to the ocean as usual. Or the smelt minnow that is even from California and is invasive. You can't make that up. I've been talking about that for 25 years. Trump has been on him for 8 years saying stop it, but he won't. He is now attacking Trump for being, quote, political. They have diverted, some reports are up to half of their supplies. The fire department under orders the last 2.5 years to Ukraine. That is confirmed that they diverted it to Ukraine.
The LA County Fire Department, the LA City Fire Department, and the Air National Guard have collaborated to send some of their surplus equipment to the war-torn country. It's part of a nationwide effort among agencies across the U.S. The donated supplies include hoses, nozzles, helmets, body armor, and more.
Why won't they drive the truck over there so they don't have to run as far with the purse full of water? I don't know, folks. I don't know.
We're in the public safety phase. I hate to even ask this question, but the president-elect chose to attack you.
Oh boy, they're Gloria Vanderbilt's son again. He just pops up. The worse it is, you can guarantee you're going to see him talking to his buddy, Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. Okay, let's go, Mr. Vanderbilt. I mean, Mr. Anderson Cooper. Yes, and just in case you didn't know, Gloria Vanderbilt. Yes, the Gloria Vanderbilt. That was his mom. And her father was the Vanderbilt, if you paid attention in the industrialization era of the United States. You know, you got the Carnegies, the Westinghouse, the DuPonts, the Vanderbilts. Yes, he's a Vanderbilt.
Blame you for this. It's one can't even respond to it. I mean, it's people are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools.
Yes, at the hands of your state regulations now, in fairness, just like Sly covered yesterday, I think it was, and we've actually talked about it before. There's a lot of stuff on the books that the people in these counties voted for, voted against, and threatened to sue over removal of, trees, remove dead wood, the regulation, how far your foliage can be up to the road, up to your property. They wanted this. They wanted it. It's on the ballot. They voted, and then they even brought lawsuit on one thing. The people did. So I hate to sound like a phallic member head, but you monkeys asked for this in writing and with your vote at the push of that button. So is it sad? Yes. Is it bad? Yes. Is it? Yes. But again. Now, y'all didn't ask for the diverting of the water into the Pacific Ocean for over a smelt. Now, I'm not going to hang that on you, but this area foliage, shrubbery, and I mean, look, when you got dead wood, dead tree, dead shrubage, it's fuel. It's just waiting on something to set it ablaze, and it takes everything else with it. They got a clearing thing that they do out here in East Texas, in the piney woods of East Texas, and I don't know if y'all know this, Texas has a lot of thunderstorms, a lot of lightning and whatnot. We don't have that problem. It's easier to control out there because they keep all the dead wood up. But anyway, let's get a few more minutes in.
Families completely torn asunder, churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to a president of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us.
We're giving billions and billions.
Joe Biden don't know what planet he's on right now, but anyway.
Billions of dollars for forest fires in California. There's no reason for those fires to be like they are. They're leaving them dirty. It's a disgraceful thing. Old trees are sitting there rotting and dry. And instead of cleaning it up, they don't touch them. They leave them. And we end up with these massive fires that we're paying hundreds of billions of dollars for to fix. And the destruction is incredible. So I think California ought to get their act together and clean up their forests and manage their forests, because it's disgraceful. What's happening should never happen. I go all over the country and I meet with governors. The first thing they say is there's no reason for forest fires like that in California.
The government fears Alex Jones, who has the largest audience in the country, bigger than any of the networks, the biggest megaphone in the country.
The deep state hates Alex.
We got to
the war-torn country. It's part of.
We don't have enough water down in the catching fires now. Fires.
Jones with a vengeance.
Alex Jones is the most extraordinary.
Not all the people there, but some of those guys lit that fire, and they're actually the trees caught fire, and then the palms are catching fire. So civilians are now lighting fires. We're at 302 Pico, and people are lighting fires now. You can see they lit a fire. These guys, not all the people there, but some of those guys lit that fire, and they're actually the trees caught fire, and then the palms are catching fire. So civilians are now lighting fires.
Okay, you said some guys lit the fire, but now you saying civilians aren't lighting fires 10 seconds later. Which one is it? I mean, what?
Down in the so-called, flats around Santa Monica, Venice. So be safe out there. Fire department's been dispatched. We don't have enough water to put this thing out, but we're supposedly on the way.
The LA County Fire Department, the LA City Fire Department, and the Air National Guard have collaborated to send some of their surplus equipment to the war-torn country. It's part of a nationwide effort among agencies across the U.S. The donated supplies include hoses, nozzles, helmets, body armor, and more.
And now the firefighters are using women's handbags because they even donated their buckets and fire hose. Water.
These guys 02
is allowing water to be released to Los Angeles still. Newsom still refuses to release the water from the mountain reservoirs. They're just diverting it out to the ocean as usual. Or the smelt minnow that is even from California and is invasive. You can't make that up. I've been talking about that for 25 years. Trump has been on him for 8 years saying stop it, but he won't. He is now attacking Trump for being, quote, political. They have diverted climate scientists warn worse wildfires is yet to come as aircraft are grounded and mansions burn. It's against Palestine. Excuse the pun. Flame also had another report, beyond insane, titled Destroyed by Design, a 55-minute clip of the first few hours of the show. Los Angeles fires are part of a larger globalist plot to wage economic warfare and deindustrialization and deindustrialize the United States before triggering total collapse. Elon Musk reposted it and said, or commented and said, true. I then also had another report dealing with the fact that Trump was right about there being no fire mitigation and cleaning up all the dead wood in the forests and up to the edge of the roads, communities, neighborhoods, and homes. Flashback, Trump was 100% right about the need for raking the forest and reinstating fire mitigation programs. Musk said 100% dead on. And Musk has been really pointing all of this out with posts and just, excuse the pun, flamethrowing the Democrats for what they've done. He came out in another post and said that the main cause is nonsensical overregulation that prevented creating fire breaks and doing brush clearing. 2, bad governance at the state and local level that refused in a shortage and resulted in a shortage of water. And that's exactly what went on. Then the corporate media asked, what's making the battle against Palisades fire so hard? Climate scientists warn worse wildfires is yet to come as aircraft are grounded and mansions burn. It's simple. If you cut the brush and trees back at least 50 feet, they cannot then jump across the roads, but they can jump across just a regular road. They also have tractors that go out, just like you see the highway department, state department at the state level, state highway department mowing the grass because it looks pretty. Well, they could just simply shred the sides of the road once a year, let it grow up some, because that's not that dangerous. But what you really got to get rid of is the brush up off of the road. And this up the left, he does up the left. And then they fly in and ship in and politically sign up the left, the people they bring in to be part of their system. So learn about the Sustainable Development Agenda. And it says you destroy the dams, you don't give people the water, you divert the fresh mountain water to the ocean, and Governor Newsom will not release the water that is in those huge reservoirs all over California. That is a huge ongoing scandal statewide, and they've always got different excuses like the smelt minnow that's not even indigenous to California. It's just fraud upon fraud upon fraud.